Breaking news. Whoa. Karl Malone is a pedophile. Did you know about this?
I unfortunately did, and fuck that guy.
Yeah, I just found out recently, a couple months ago, but now he's doing the All-Star Game Slam Dunk Contest. He's been kind of hiding away in Alaska for a while, but it's been out there, and actually, I dug up some old footage of him on To Catch a Predator.
Why don't you make yourself at home here? Have a seat. What's going on?
What is your plan here tonight?
So I'm going to the mall with my buddies.
And do you know how old Bailey is?
She's 14.
14. Mm-hmm. She told you she's 13. Not that that matters. Mm-hmm. How old are you?
I'm going to be just as direct as I ever been, which is hard for me.
All right, hang on. You say, well, I do think you're damn sexy, and was wanting to know if you have ever had sex.
Let's be respectful and be on time. Let's be respectful and have your shirt in.
I think you'd look best in see-through top, lacy thong-type panties, stockings, and heels.
Oh, I feel, yeah, that's...
It sounds like you thought you had a hot prospect for a sexual liaison here.
Hey, but I touched one of my bigs today, right? Now I'm married, so I'm not getting fresh here.
What do you think should happen to you?
They'll never put that out.
Can't believe Chris Hansen had to deal with that guy.
Yeah.
NBA, what's wrong with you?
I mean, he never thought it'd come to light. And so in 1983, Karl Malone had sex with a 13-year-old and impregnated her. And the worst part about it is, since she was pregnant, the family didn't press charges because they assumed he'd probably take responsibility. Oh no, he did the opposite of that. He wanted nothing to do. He fought every type of custody thing, didn't pay any child support. And this is a ongoing thing with Karl Malone. He don't pay child support. He's made $100 million in his career, and what does he do? He wants to pay the bare minimum, as if something that we would pay, right?
Wait, he actually doesn't?
He pays whatever the bare minimum is.
What's the bare minimum?
Not much for him. But I have one thing for you. So his nickname was the mailman, right?
Oh no.
I got a new nickname for him, the sperm bank, baby, because he does less for his fucking kids than a sperm bank donor does. I don't know. I think it's accurate. And actually, there was another time before this. So when he was 18, the 13-year-old happened when he was 20. We'll get to that later. When he was 18, he impregnated a girl, and she had twins. Same situation. Didn't want anything to do with them. Didn't pay, fought tooth and nail not to pay child support. He's just been a legendary douchebag forever. I don't even know how he got his career off the ground because, unfortunately, that's a felony, and you're a pedophile.
Unfortunately. Fortunately.
Well, okay, fortunately. Sorry. For him... Whatever. Okay. So he's the worst. We fucking hate Karl Malone. And I think people are now going to realize that it's all been fake. It's a farce. He's a fucking piece of shit. He should be in prison. And he was 20 too. If it was
Karl
18,
Malone, what's going through that damn head of yours?
Yeah. You like 13-year-olds, you fucking weirdo? And there's been a lot of people on the internet I've been reading when I did some research for this that are defending him. Oh, he's changed his ways. I don't give a fuck. So you kill somebody and, but I found Jesus. Bullshit for one. And for two, if it was like a 16-year-old, maybe you could say I didn't know she was 16. If you can't identify a 13-year-old as underage, right? That's a 7th grader. Then there's no argument to be had there, is what I'm saying. That he didn't know. He knew. He knew she was underage.
I mean, I guess at 20 it was harder to identify sub 18, 17, but
13.
Now you should be able to tell. No matter what. And you should be asking those questions.
He's a pederast, man. He's a pederast.
Yeah, but he's a pervert, dude.
Yeah.
No. He's a sex offender with a record. He did 6 months of Chino for exposing himself to an 8-year-old. When he moved to Hollywood, he had to go door to door to tell everyone he was a pederast.
What's a pederast, Walter?
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
So, I have a little game here I want to play. It's called the Karl Malone line. So we're going to go through figures in sports first, and then we're going to go through some figures in history and who is worse than Karl Malone. And it's going to be hard to find people worse than Karl Malone. You ready to play the game here? Cue the music. First one I have here, Lance Armstrong. Okay? Notable douchebag. Sued a bunch of people for slandering his name because he did saying he did steroids when he actually did do steroids. Dragging them through the mud, suing them, costing them money they didn't even have. Even though he ultimately did steroids. So, Karl Malone or Lance Armstrong?
Who's worse?
Yeah.
Karl Malone by far.
I'd agree.
Even
though I hate Lance
hot
Armstrong.
take. I'm not a big like anti-steroid guy in sports.
No, me neither.
I love the Mark McGuire era.
Yeah, it was the
Sosa era.
litigation that he attacked these people.
Yeah.
That essentially were just telling the truth.
So this is like.
Yeah,
This is
okay.
some wide
That's why I
disparity.
started here. I'm going down the list here.
Gotcha.
Trevor Bauer. All been allegations about him beating this girl off, even though she wanted rough sex. He's pretty much banned from Major League Baseball. For me, this is easy. Karl Malone's worse.
Karl Malone's definitely worse.
Okay, Ray Caruth. He's the one that he had a pregnant girlfriend, hired a hitman to kill his girlfriend.
Jesus.
And I don't think the hit actually went through, but it's fact that he did that. He's in prison for a long time.
How old was his girlfriend? Minor?
No.
Oh,
So Karl Malone's worse.
Karl Malone's worse.
All right. O.J. Simpson. Accused murderer, even though we both know he did it. O.J.'s likable, and is rumor. So,
He's likable?
well, he's a likable guy. Charismatic. I definitely think O.J. Simpson's better.
Yeah.
Karl Malone's worse. Okay, Oscar Pistorius. Murdered his girlfriend, said he thought it was an intruder. The guy that he's an amputee, was it Olympian from South Africa, I think it was. Definitely murdered his girlfriend. Got like 15 years in jail.
Why do you think she was an intruder?
He just wanted to kill her.
Oh, shit.
Because she was going to the bathroom at 2 a.m. in his house, and intruders break in and go to the bathroom. Karl Malone's worse.
Yeah.
13-year-old man. Okay, this is a tough one here. This is the last sports one I have. Is Aaron Hernandez.
I mean, when you're in gang stuff, you expect gang stuff to happen.
Right.
Karl Malone's way worse.
I like it. Okay, now we're going to go through history, and we're going to get a little weirder here. I'm going to start light here. We'll see if we can actually find someone worse than Karl Malone here. Donald Trump. I'm sorry, that's kind of a joke. Karl Malone's worse. Bad joke. Christopher Columbus. Now, this is a weird one because he's a hero in history, but the guy is in charge of so many murders. He let his guys just have the lay of the land, right? Run of the land, and he'd be like, oh, you can have these women, you can kill these people, whatever. He didn't personally do it, though.
The quotes of a criminal, nothing's worse than a child predator.
Karl Malone's worse. Jeffrey Epstein. Now we're getting to some actual.
Jesus.
Now we're getting some actual debates here, right? I don't think Jeffrey Epstein ever fucked with a 13-year-old though. Yet there was many. Again, never convicted because he died.
I'm gonna go with Ty. They're both fucking
Nice.
terrible.
Tie. All right, R. Kelly. Now this one I'm leaning R. Kelly's worse. I'm leaning that way. Okay.
I don't know the full details. I don't want to be the Ty guy. All I know is R. Kelly peed on women. That's the extent
Yes,
of my knowledge.
that
of
one
it.
actually was a 13-year-old, so apparently they're the same. But he did it multiple times, so we're gonna edge. R. Kelly's gonna edge out Karl Malone for being a piece of shit.
51-49.
Yes. Okay. Saddam Hussein, dictator, pretty much in charge of millions of murders. I think I'm gonna say Hussein's worse because I'm guessing he probably fucked some underage girls. If you're doing all that.
Why'd you have me on this fucking?
I don't know.
I would have to say that
Thinking.
Saddam's worse. If you're gonna kill that many people,
Yes.
as much as the children need to be protected,
Mhm.
if somebody was like, "Hey, we sacrificed one child to never have another murder again," I mean,
Yes. Okay, moving on. Osama bin Laden. This is a tricky one because we don't really know. It was like kind of skewed in the media. You know, he was a scapegoat. I'm gonna say Ty here. I think he's as bad as Osama bin Laden.
I mean, I think he's the same as Saddam, so I'm gonna.
Yeah. Okay. I get that. This last one, I have Hitler.
Jesus.
Okay. All right. Now we're getting off the rails here. The point is that it's hard to find someone worse than this kind of guy because he got away with it.
Yeah,
he lived his
'cause-
life, and on top of doing it, then the reaction is to say "fuck you," and then get back in the kid's life when he's 17 when he's like going to be an NFL player. Which I don't know why he did that. Like, is there money involved? I don't know.
Kids and dogs, leave them alone.
Yeah, leave him alone. We're gonna end on that. Fuck you, Karl Malone. That's where we're in, right? We
Times-
both just 1, 2, 3. Fuck you, Karl Malone.
Times
Ready?
10.
All right, do the thing, the sports thing. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Fuck
you,
Karl
Karl
Malone.
Malone.
And it's been a complete joy.